Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be reviewing A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. If you don't know what the story is about, it's about a boy named Connor who is just going through a very rough time in life. His mother's going through chemotherapy, his grandmother is aggravating him, his father is being a terrible parent figure, and he's having these consistent nightmares. And then on top of everything else, a monster appears. For those of you who don't know, this book was actually originally started by an author by the name of Saboin Dowd. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. But in the process of writing this book, she actually passed away. So Patrick Ness was asked to take what she had come up with and to finish off the story. So let's talk about the writing style. While I had no real issues with the writing style, and I quite enjoyed it, I still never felt like it was anything special. I think the passages that really stood out to me throughout this book were the ones involving the monster, and when the monster would tell Connor different stories. Towards the end of this book, the story goes into a very emotional place, and I think the author did a fantastic job at captivating the reader and really pulling for the reader to feel for Connor and his situation. Now let's talk about the characters. I'm actually only going to talk about the main character, Connor. Well, throughout this book, I did feel like Connor was a pretty annoying character. I think at the end of the book, I kind of had this realization as to why he was so annoying. You have to really think about the situation that this young boy is being put in. His mother is in the hospital, he's having to deal with a changing environment, dealing with a terrible father, and also facing bullying in school. You can't just expect a kid who's going through all these different things to just have a flat-out good attitude. Something that I loved about this book was the format. It was so interesting and so visually pleasing. And I really think the visual aspects in the story really added a creepiness to the story, but it also added to the darkness of Connor's situation. Every time Connor begins to slip into one of his nightmares, we have these amazing, striking images that begin to fill the page. Now let's talk about the plot. There was never a point in the story where I felt like I was bored. I was entertained the whole way through. This isn't the easiest book to read because you're reading about a boy who is going through a lot of life struggles, and it's not fun to read about a boy who's facing all these terrible things. But I think that the journey you see Connor go on is beautiful. So those are my thoughts on A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. You guys should let me know down below if you've read this book and what you thought of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Later.